And a very good day to you and welcome to the program. It's just so good to have you again. I've got a very special message for you. We need to bear with one another. We need to be peaceful towards one another. There's so much strife in the world today, isn't there? If we look at Ephesians chapter 4, verses 2 and 3, this is what the Bible says. With all lowliness and gentleness, with long suffering, bearing with one another in love, endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. People are looking for peace at the moment. I don't know about you, I just don't need any more strife when I go home. There's enough strife in the world. I want a peaceful place. I travel a lot. I spend a lot of time with people. I stay in their homes when I'm preaching. And I can walk in through the door. And I want to tell you, I can sense the peace of Jesus in a home that is filled with the love of God. Normally comes from the mother, by the way, not from dad. The home is at peace. The children are happy. There's no screaming, running around. But they're happy and they're content. That is a wonderful witness. Jesus says in John 14 and verse 27, he says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace give I unto you. Not as the world gives do I give to you. Let not your heart be troubled, and neither be afraid." The peace of God. You and I don't have to manufacture peace, because Jesus is peace. What we do have to do is to maintain that peace. That's right. Let us be Jesus to people. With the extreme pressure, especially this COVID-19 and the looting and arson that's been going on in KwaZulu-Natal and in Gauteng, we need to be very sensitive to one another. People are on edge. You can sense it. People are they're worn out actually. A lot of people are telling me they're very tired. You know, strife and stress makes you very tired. We need to be peaceful people, and we need to be known by our peace. We need to stand, and we need to prefer one another and prefer the other person's situation. I want to tell you a little story about my late dad. I love him to bits. I can't wait to have a cup of tea with him in heaven. I did have the privilege of leading him to Christ a number of weeks before he died. But he was a chain smoker. Now, in his generation, everybody smoked. Everybody. So my dad, he needed his cigarettes. Now, we live 15 kilometers out of town. I'll never forget the day I was trying to calibrate my planting machine, which is a very sensitive thing. If the calibration is not right, it can ruin your crop. So I'm busy there, and I get a message coming from my dad's cottage from the maid saying, "Your father wants to see you now." I'm saying, "Well, look, I'm busy." So I ran up to the house. "Dad, are you okay?" "No," he says, "I'm fine," in that Scottish accent, "but I need some cigarettes." I'm saying, "Dad, listen, I'll get you the cigarettes." He says, "I've run out of cigarettes. Let me just calibrate this machine, and I'll shoot you to town at midday, and I'll bring you back your carton of cigarettes." No, he wants them now. You know, folks, I want to tell you something now. You get severely tested, eh? I said, "Dad, if I don't calibrate this machine properly, we'll lose the farm." He says, "Listen, don't worry, I'll walk to town." Now, he's an old man. I got into the pickup, I went all the way to town, got his cigarettes, came back, gave them to him. He was happy. But an amazing thing happened. I went back to the field because I was struggling with this machine. And take a guess what? That machine was just calibrated in an instant. I think someone was helping me. Be kind to one another. Be peaceful. Goodbye.